Hey everybody, this is XEspmasterX. Today, on Sonic Adventure DX, we will be finishing mission mode. Oh my goodness, look at that crunchy pixelated sky. Are you guys seeing this? Is this how the game's supposed to look? Or is there, the video might be getting distorted by the... Good job, Sonic. Good job. You figured it out. Alright, so let's get... So last time I at least found all of these, and I did about half of them. Now we're going to do the rest. What the heck was that? What? Do you guys hear that? That noise? That's kind of creepy. I'm gonna once again blame my copy of Churro for haunting my recording software. Alright, so now we gotta make a trip. We gotta make a we gotta go to Mystic Ruins. And wait, hold on. Alright, take a look at this. Take a look at how it looks in here. So big wide open spaces, some pillars. Now, go back outside. And let's check it out. Alright, look into the windows. And it appears to be a narrow hallway. Also, Sonic is having some trouble there. Alright, so... Anyways. These are things I only noticed because I love the game so much. I've played it endlessly. No game is perfect. Except for Churro HD4. That game's pretty much perfect. It doesn't have any glitches in it. Anyways. Into Windy Valley we go. We went here once to get a balloon. But now I have to go here again, because the way in which these are laid out is very inconsistent. So this is going to be inside the tornado section, which also means that we won't have to suffer for too long. I killed that guy because I felt like it. I say suffer for too long as if I don't like this level, but I do like this level, so... Don't get the wrong idea. Alright, let's see here. Get an extra life for good luck. Somehow just jump over the... Oh my goodness, I did it! And it killed me. Okay. Well, you guys saw it from here, folks. You can do that. I don't know why you'd want to, but there it is. Also, wait a second. Did I just see... Okay, I thought I saw a checkpoint back there, which wouldn't have made much sense, given the context. And so now we go into the tornado. And we have to look for some medallions, because they got swept into the tornado, so now they're going to lay around here where they can be easily collected. Wait, hold on. Go back. No, not that far. I'm just going to take my time here, because I don't want to die again. I don't want to die. Oh. The game actually does have a safeguard to stop you from falling down, so that's nice. Okay, I could have sworn I saw one on one of those little jump points. Maybe not. Maybe I was just seeing things. Alright, let's keep going then. Here's another medallion. There's one more. As you know, for those of you out there who can count to 5, if I have 4 medallions, I only have one left to collect. So, if you didn't know that, then, well, I'm glad I could teach you something today. It really means a lot to me that I can spread my knowledge to the youth of America. Anyways. And then quit the level, because we're gonna, so that we don't lose a life. Okay, so that's one mission down. Next, we're gonna go to, that is an ice cap one, and there's also another one in ice cap that's over here. This one I remember being quite difficult to get, so wish me luck. So 20 and 53. So each of the action stages have at least 2 missions that are associated with them. Some of them have 3. And then there's a fair few that are just out on the adventure mode, adventure field hub, the hub world. Alright, so I actually remember the first part of this. Well, I remember all of it, but you have to go into here and do this the long way, I believe. Wait, no, maybe not. Maybe it's in the second part where you do this, because there's another section like this in the next room. Okay, so good, nice camera work there. So even without doing my weird tricksy Dixie jumps, you can still get through that section very quickly. Oh, that's exactly what I wanted. I mean, that probably is what you're supposed to do, to be fair. What's this do? Oh. It's time. Alright, that gets me 7. Where's the rest? I guess I'm gonna have to keep going. Okay, there's more spikes over there. That's probably where the rest of them are. Be careful not to fall, as a wise man once said. And here we have an infinity made of rings, which means that if you collect all the rings, you get an infinite amount of rings. True story. Alright, so now let's move on to the last part, which will be our demise. Oh. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's see. First of all, the camera's driving me nuts, so I'm gonna set back to free camera. Second of all, I don't have to do this. Second of all. Okay. That's what I get for being impatient, I suppose. But if I had done that correctly, I could have skipped doing that icicle section. I just failed to. Get these rings, they're very important. Okay, I might be able to make a jump. No, actually, no, there's an invisible wall blocking me. Fine. We're gonna have to do this again. No, I like... The free camera doesn't seem to know how to be able to handle that section. Alright, so... No more screwing around. Let's just go. And... let's do this. I feel like I say that a lot in my videos. And by this, I mean... the actual objective isn't for another, like, 2 minutes of the level. I like going straight down that incline. I don't think I've ever done that before in living memory. Every time I hear this song, which in the soundtrack is titled "Be Cool, Be Wild, Be Groovy." There's your fun fact of the day. Um, I think of whatever one time I went onto YouTube when I was very young, and I found like the OST of the song, and everyone in the comments just said like, "Hey, hey, hey," because of something that happens in Tails' story. So that sound clip of Sonic saying "Hey, hey, hey" is permanently connected in my memory to this section of the level, and it also makes me think of "Hey, hey, hey, it's Fat Albert." Although I'm not even sure if I've ever actually seen that show, but I know that sound clip because of pop cultural osmosis. Alright, come on. I say come on as if I'm doing something difficult, but I'm really not. The difficult part isn't until the end, which I remember this taking me many, many tries, and also it doesn't help that you have to do like a significant portion of the level again if you do it wrong. Alright, let's see here. That's 1. Come on. 2. 3. Did that count? No, it did not count. This game is so stupid. Alright, so clearly it'll just let me go. Oh my gosh, it does. It does let me go back up? I never knew this. I had never tried this before. Well, okay, maybe we might be able to cheese this then. Let's see. Alright, so no, because we can't go up this wall, which is, we'd have to get back to the beginning of the jumps. I don't know, unless I try really hard. This is gonna become me trying to climb Big the Cat's house again. Alright, let's see here. Maybe if I incline this just right. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. But hey, interesting that I can come up here with as regular Sonic. This seems to be maybe the best section to do it on, but yeah. Okay. Maybe I can go up the side. That might be easier. Except nice going there. Except the side doesn't seem to want to be on the... I'm determined to not have to do this level again if I can avoid it. So... But I don't think there's a way I can avoid it. That's way too high up. Maybe if I do a really good jump off of that... okay. I don't think this is happening. Oh yeah, this isn't actually happening. And here we go again. That part at the end is very finicky though. I'm not entirely sure what the right method is to get it, so... Without knowing the theory behind it, I'm left with no other option but to simply try it again multiple times until I actually finally get it. Alright. I don't really have anything to comment on now, since this is literally just me redoing the level to get up to that point so that I can try the stupid jumps again, which I'll probably mess up again and have to do this all again. Really, what's the point of life? I like how it's become like a running gag in my videos. I just suddenly become depressing at random times. No, Sonic, that's not what you're supposed to do. I'm sorry, Sonic, those are not the lyrics. Did I explain what that, maybe I shouldn't explain it. Maybe it's funnier if I don't. Uh, alright, here it is. Here it is. Okay, I can do this. But can I really? Maybe, I think you have to like perfectly time it. You see, what the heck? What does it want me to do there? This game is so idiotic. I love it anyway, but still. Alright, wait, hold on. Hold on, I just had a new idea. Okay. Maybe I can cheese it by going up this. Because this does have a much steeper angle than the other ones I was trying. I just really don't want to have to do this like so many times like I did in my practice run. Because it really wasn't fun to play. I can't imagine it's fun to watch either. So if I can find some way to fool around here and get this, it would make me happy. Of course, without the snowboard, I'm not even sure if I could make the jump required to get to the balloon. I like this music, it's very funky. In more ways than one. Okay, fine. Fine, you know what? I'll just... Here, let me see if this... Past a line of rings with 3 super high jumps on the ski slope. The line of rings. Past the line of rings. Past the line of rings. That doesn't make any sense. So I'm noticing here that if you press the B button, Sonic goes into like anger mode and gets slightly closer. And the only way, or does he? Maybe I'm just seeing that. Yeah, it helps that I don't really know how the mechanics of these ramps work anyway. Like, does your speed going into it matter? It might matter. And the physics of this game are so wonky that it's hard to find out what the optimal path to take is. No! And so there's a little village out here. Just, that's interesting. Again, that does raise the question of where this is supposed to take place in Sonic's world. Which, as I recently learned, that apparently, I don't know who exactly is responsible for this, but the workers on Sonic games and all Sonic media are not allowed to give Sonic's name a world, and instead must call it Sonic's World. Like, they're literally forced, like, they're obligated to do this by, like, a contract. Which is bizarre. Okay, so how are you supposed to make it that far? I guess by not messing up the first one like I keep doing, but I don't know what I'm doing wrong, so... But yeah, so they must call it Sonic's World, and this is because the Sonic franchise has become a bit of a mess. And it's currently in this stage where, I don't know, I think the developers for a while went through this phase of like, we're too cool to actually give Sonic a plot or like world build. But then in Sonic Forces they kind of tried to do it again, but I don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows what happens behind the scenes in Sonic games. Like, there's no timeline. Although, I think I don't think I've mentioned this in this Let's Play, so I should talk about it actually, because it's actually relevant for once. But I think I've talked about it in some other video once, which is that we and my friend and occasional collaborator, Anvika364, actually have made a Sonic timeline, which is a split timeline with many branching paths. I can't remember it all off the top of my head, but I know that, gosh dang it, I think I just screwed myself up again. Yeah, you know what, let's just go with that. Clearly, I will just do this and get back up. No, no. This is so stupid. But yeah, I can't remember it all off the top of my head. Believe me, if I did remember it all, I would recite it from memory. But I just can't do that. But basically, okay. I want to talk about it, but I can't, I don't want to like accidentally make a mistake, but there's like 6 or 7 different timelines, some of which were kind of interesting. Of course, like, the Sonic series clearly doesn't actually have a timeline, so this is just us postulating about the series and like possible ways you could rationalize the bizarre events that happen. If I remember correctly, there are some things which just didn't exist in any timeline or are considered to be completely not canon, such as the Sonic Riders games, because we didn't feel like dealing with that, pretty much. The original Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, not the second one though, the second one does exist in one of the timelines. Sonic Boom is considered to be an alternate canon, although that doesn't really have any consistency either, because, like, it's Sonic. Nothing has any consistency at all. Not even the quality of the games. Like, yeah, you might say that the Zelda games timeline is completely messed up, too. Because it took, the inclusion of Zelda Monopoly to make it make any sense. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just don't worry about it. There's a certain YouTube video. Anyways, I'm just gonna do this and hope that it works. I don't think it will. That did not work. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I guess just try the same thing over and over again until the cows come home. I don't know why the cows need to come home. There's also a timeline in which Sonic X existed, which actually is my like headcanon for this Sonic universe as a whole. Like, basically, okay, so this kind of gets into like my like middle school Sonic fanfic, which I talked about in my Super Smash Bros. Brawl Let's Play, but I'll probably have to talk about it again because it's relevant. And I should also probably rewatch that video to pick up on anything that I missed in that I've forgotten over the years, because I usually try not to think about it. But I won't talk about it right now because there's too much stuff going on. I'm gonna save that one. But basically, one tiny portion I need to bring up to bring into this discussion is that my headcanon for how the Sonic timeline works is that all of the classic games, like pre-Sonic Adventure 1, the game I'm playing right now, took place in Mobius, which is a planet in which most humans don't exist. Eggman's kind of the exception. And there's just kind of a lot of abstract stuff. It's mostly a world run by animals, with some anthropomorphic ones and some just regular animals, like the Flickies. Any other animals that we use to power Eggman's robots. So that leads into... Oh, here you go, guys! I did it! I did it! No, no, that's not what you're supposed to do either. This makes me so sad on the inside. I think it's all dependent on that first jump, which I also can't figure out how to do, so... Maybe it is just a timing thing. Maybe I'm just not timing it well enough. I'm just messing around with the... Okay, so the avalanche is nice enough to just kind of push you if you're not keeping up with it very well. But yeah, to finish what I was saying about the Sonic the Hedgehog timeline. Yeah, all the classic games exist on Mobius. And then in the first episode of Sonic X, to those who aren't in the know, Eggman basically uses an experiment with the Chaos Emeralds to accidentally transport Sonic and friends into our world, or at least one sort of like it, in which humans exist, human civilization exists, and Chris Thorndyke exists. Most importantly, Chris Thorndyke exists. And that is basically my answer for how they got into the real world for Sonic Adventure. Because the world presented in Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2, at the very least, is much more realistic than the ones in the classic games. And it has a much greater presence of wider society. So my headcanon was always that something like the events of the first episode of Sonic X happened in the game timeline too. And that's why they are in Station Square. Station Square actually does not exist on Mobius. It exists in the human world. That's what we'll call it. Which then it gets kind of weird again once you factor in like Sonic Heroes, which seems to world building wise go back to being more like the old versions or the old world. So this timeline doesn't really help. I think in my fanfic like headcanon timeline, everything after Adventure 2 basically wasn't canon. So that's partially why that happened. But this isn't one of the official timelines that Anmika and I came up with. This is just my, like, personal version of Sonic's world that I liked to sort of, I don't know, extrapolate. I don't think that's the right word for this situation, but I'm using it anyway. Okay, so the other day I was watching one of my earliest Let's Plays, which was Pokemon Emerald, the first one. And for those of you who aren't familiar with my channel, which if you are, then in this case you're probably lucky. My first ever completed Let's Play was Hot Wheels Velocity X. But this was actually my third Let's Play that I attempted. My first two Let's Plays no longer exist in any like form because I deleted them. But another one of the first Let's Plays that exists, is that it? Is that it? No! No! It wasn't quite far enough. Okay. We're gonna try it again. That first jump, man, I just can't get it. I swear that's what's messing me up. But anyways. I just realized that this section we're in right now is the same as the very beginning first section of the level. I think. Or at least it's similar. I don't know, maybe it's not supposed to be the same. I don't know. Yeah, what was it going on about? Something about this. Yeah, okay. So yeah, really Sonic has no continuity, but we kind of came up with a list of, Anmika and I, of what we considered the main series games, which was Sonic the Hedgehog 1 Genesis, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 Genesis, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, actually no, Sonic CD, and then Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and then there was sort of an odd period where a lot of different games happened simultaneously. Like, I think it was like Sonic Triple Trouble, Knuckles Chaotix, Tails' Sky Patrol, and Tails' Adventure. And I think Sonic Chaos. Maybe Triple Trouble wasn't a part of this. But it's like a bunch of those like weird Game Gear games. And 3D Blast, I think. All sort of happened in like this weird void. And then after that, basically something like the events of the first episode of Sonic X happens. And then, come on! Yes, I did it! Okay. Thank the Lord. Okay, so now I'm done with that. I can stop talking about this stupid... No, I'm gonna continue talking about it, that's a joke. And then Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Heroes. And I count Shadow the Hedgehog as a main series game, personally, even though it's technically a spin-off. And then Sonic 06, even though that really just didn't happen at all. It needs to be part of the timeline because it explains the origin stories of Blaze and Silver. Even though Sonic Rush also gives Blaze a different backstory. Just stay with me. I'll promise they'll all come together at the end. But actually, I'm going to put a pin in that real quick and figure out where the next place I'm supposed to go is. Which is Twinkle Park. So is there any other Twinkle Park ones? This one is not in Twinkle Park, but it's in a related minigame. So I'll go ahead and grab that one while I'm there. Actually, wait, is it? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's actually in Twinkle Park. It would be cool if they incorporated the sub-games, but I think they might have done that in... Maybe in Big Story? Because they couldn't figure out what else to do with him? Whatever. Okay, so let's go to Twinkle Park. And then after Sonic 06 comes Sonic Unleashed. I count the storybook games as being non-canon. Or should I say we do. Man, I should get, like, if Anakin wasn't so busy, I'd, like, get him in on his episode to explain this with me. Although he probably doesn't care anymore. But... And then after Unleashed is Colors, which is the beginning of the Sonic franchise, basically, leaving the Earth, if you want to call it that, and becoming more, what's the word I'm looking for? Cosmic. Because Sonic Colors takes place in outer space, and so does Sonic Lost World. Which is the next one in the timeline, except... Because I don't know if I count Sonic Generations as being canon or not. Because, I mean, nothing in Sonic Generations really makes any sense, which is why Sonic dies. He's so ashamed of his confused timeline that he killed himself. Anyway, sorry. And so Sonic Lost World happens. Oh crap, I already missed some of the flags. I have to restart. Thankfully, this is unlike a certain other challenge, which I was just doing. This one's at the beginning of the level. So if you fail, you can just restart. And if you get a game over, you can still just restart. Alright. And that's good, because this is actually quite challenging, if I remember right. I'm very concerned. I actually don't want to have too many rings, because going faster makes this harder. Alright, so... You don't want to go on those speed ramps in this case. I'm so scared right now. I'm gonna have to redo this like a billion times regardless of how well I do, but I'm gonna try my best. No, don't get the rings. They have no rights. And neither does the 21 Pilots song Semi-Automatic. But anyways, back to Sonic. Gosh dang it, I missed one! This is exactly what I'm talking about. Let's see if I can at least get the rest and prepare myself for future horrors. So go slowly down this... I missed that one for no reason. Because, you know, I had to have a clearly calculated reason to miss my objective. Do go slowly into that Twinkle Park. Rage against the flags. That was like one of the most I don't even know. I can't even think of like a word for it that's not swearing. So let's just can that thought altogether. And then it gets completely unfair right there. Like you're supposed to go through that whole fast section and then just suddenly come to a complete stop. Which I don't even know if you can do. Pressing the B button seems to help though. A button accelerates. B button, I guess, slows you down, but you can't come to a stop no matter what you do. So let's try that again. Anyways, after Sonic Lost World, I mean, technically at this point, that was the last thing that came out when whoever we made the timeline. So that's technically like the end. Except Sonic Forces is now a thing, so that's also in the timeline. In which, yeah, I think Sonic Generations would count. Gosh dang it, I missed one. This is what I hate about this one. If you miss a single one of them, which is extremely easy to do, you just have to redo the whole thing. Like, there's no point in even continuing life. You might as well just kill yourself. Okay, no, please don't do that, but... Okay, quit getting rings. I'm just gonna go as slowly as possible through this whole thing. Even if it takes forever. Oh, wait. Hold on. I think I can salvage this one by going backwards. But you can't always do that, so I just got lucky in this case, and thank you for that. That helps me a lot. Alright, at this point I actually need to get at least another ring. Okay, that's fine. Alright, sweet. An extra life if you go slowly enough over that part. No! Alright. I'm gonna get the bombs just for fun. And then... Because I actually never knew that bomb was there. That's interesting. Alright, so now we're at a point of no return. Ugh. Yeah, it's kind of dumb that I never actually thought that you can, like, stop and go backwards. Like, I guess that just never occurred to me, but that does make this better. Although there are still many risks. But yeah, so that's the main Sonic timeline. There's some alternate versions. Like, there's one where Sonic 06 isn't canon, but the Sonic Rush and Sonic Rival games are. And those need to be included because they give Blaze and Silver a backstory, which they need to have a backstory because Blaze... I know that Blaze shows up in Sonic Generations. I don't remember if Silver does. Sega seems to want to think that Silver doesn't exist for whatever reason, so he always gets, like, left out of the main games now. I don't know, was he in Forces? I don't even know, man. Like, I didn't play Sonic Forces. I don't know anything about it. It looked like a... Nope, we're going back. We missed one, we're not accepting that. No, don't do this to me, game! Lisa, you're tearing me apart! No! Are you kidding me? Is that it? So, that's it then. There's just no way to get around this. Maybe there is. Wait. No. The hitbox is way too big. Man, that's a bunch of bullcrap. Hold on, wait, maybe I got this? Nope, there's no way to do it. Well, that sours my grapes. Alright, just kill all of these guys in rage. I like to imagine, like, a version of the Sonic universe where there's actually, like, human beings in these carts, and Sonic just sees Amy go, and then he walks up to one of the bumper cars and just throws someone out of it. And then he just drives off, and then the person he throws out is like, Sonic the Hedgehog, you will pay for this. And then he becomes like the villain of the next Sonic movie. Yeah, I don't know how this became a conversation about the movie, but whatever. die, you die. You die because you touched me. Sonic is so strong. He could easily 1v6 the DCEU Justice League. Not really. That's a joke. I'm pretty sure, actually, on the contrary, that any single one of the Justice League could actually beat Sonic. Maybe the Flash would be like evenly matched. But I think the Flash is faster than Sonic, so he would pretty much win by that merit alone. Because Sonic doesn't have any other powers except for the homing attack, I guess. This wasn't relevant to the conversation at all, I'm sorry. Anyways, so there's the timeline where Sonic 06 isn't canon, because it really just isn't anyway, considering that due to time travel shenanigans, the entirety of the events of that game are erased from existence anyway. Woohoo! Which Sonic is very happy about. And there's also, I think there is a version where, actually no, I remember now. In that timeline, which Sonic 06 isn't canon, the final ending of Shadow the Hedgehog also isn't. And instead, an alternate Shadow the Hedgehog ending in which Shadow discovers that he is an android created by Robotnik, and the original Shadow has been dead this whole time. That is the version of timeline we're in here, in the Rivals Rush Camp timeline. That something from Rivals might disprove that, but that, as far as I'm aware right now, that's how it works. I don't really know the Rival games well enough to say, which means I'm probably not actually qualified to be making this timeline at all, but heck off. I can do what I want. It's my channel. Alright, stop. These are the last 3 flags. Okay. We can do this. There's one more. I want to make absolutely sure I didn't mess that up. Alright, so now we have to go in a little bit further. There's also an alternate version of the Sonic timeline in which everything is the same, and this can technically branch into any of the other timelines. The only difference is that the Game Gear Sonic 1 and 2 games replace the Genesis ones. Because those do give a slightly different backstory to how Sonic and Tails met. Because Tails is basically in Sonic the Hedgehog 2 Game Gear, he's like the damsel in distress, if I remember correctly. Whereas in Sonic 2, they are fighting together in the Genesis version. Sega has so many games to have the exact same name. Like, Sonic the Hedgehog 1 Game Gear, and Sonic the Hedgehog Genesis, and Sonic the Hedgehog 360 and Xbox 360. I mean, 360 and PlayStation 3, sorry. The 360 and the Xbox 360. As opposed to the other 360 that exists, that isn't an Xbox console. The Nintendo 360. Didn't you guys remember that? Alright, so this is where the Rocking Horse people eat marshmallow pies. That shield helps. Alright, come. Just get these one by one. Avoid the spikes. This one isn't too hard. Actually, what I should do is I should activate this checkpoint so that if I die, I can go back there and immediately go backwards. Okay, I also should get a ring so that I won't immediately die. Which game had the better merry-go-round? This or Mario 64? Also, Sonic just dies while the game is giving me the congratulations for clearing the mission. Actually, he's right now positioned in the perfect spot to not get hurt. Cool. Nope, never mind. But I just want to see how long this goes on. Okay, apparently not very long. Fine. After cruelly killing Sonic for no reason, let's go back to the adventure field. That's what it's called. Welcome to Twinkle Park. I don't know why I'm being so mean to the voice in this game. It's because I'm a bully. Alright, so this one's Red Mountain, and so is this one. Peak of the volcanic mountain. Watch out. That's not a song. Once again, what the heck is that? But anyway, that's not a complete sentence. So good job, game. And also there's a swear in my Christian Sonic game. That's unacceptable. I'm just kidding. The Sonic games aren't Christian. After all, why would I worship God when I can worship Sonic the Hedgehog? Alright, so let's just move on. I'm just gonna... I don't know. Well, I think that's the peak of my commentary there. I don't think I'm gonna be able to outdo that one. Alright, so Red Mountain. I'll speedrun the level again just for fun. No, I won't do any such thing. Let's just take a fun pass through the level that I've never done before. Let's go this way. Ow. Well, there's some fire. Maybe that's the burning hell that it talked about. I'm not sure the game wants me to go. Oh, sure, I'll go with that. Wait a minute. Did I just go in a massive circle? I think that's exactly what I did. Cool. Yeah, I literally went backwards to the level. Which means that surface isn't going to respond. Luckily, Sonic's jumps are overpowered again. As we have established. In my various speedruns and escapades of this game. Not my speedruns of the game, but my A-rank runs of the levels. Fun fact, what I had been planning, before I actually started this Let's Play in 2016, I had been planning to do this since probably like 2012 or so. And what inspired me to finally bite the bullet and start preparing for it was watching Canaria's speedrun of this game. He's also... Canaria also goes by many other names, such as... I think he had a channel called Music and Games and stuff, and one called Anthony Howie. He can't really keep his branding straight. But yeah, he also, at one point, had the world record speedrun of this game for all 130 emblems. I don't know if he still does. He somehow managed to do the world record speedrun on GameCube, despite the fact that the PC version is considered to be objectively faster. So that's a thing. Alright, so I think this might be where the next objective is, maybe? Because there is lava here. But what am I actually supposed to do? Peak of the volcanic mountain. Peak of the volcanic mountain. Maybe I can get up here? There's probably some way I can get up there. I actually never realized you could just jump across there. I always used the monkey bars or like Oh, hello. Here it is. This must be it. I could control Sonic just enough to keep him out of the lava. That was cool. Alright, so now we go down below. We're going to a land down under. That's not even in key. I can do better than that. But I don't care, so I'm not. That conversation I had earlier about Sonic versus the Flash, that reminds me of this picture I saw on Facebook a long time ago of like all of like the like fast characters in mainstream culture. Like there's Flash, there's Sonic, but there's also like I think maybe Quicksilver and trying to think who else there was, and Dash from The Incredibles. I don't remember who else was, but those four were... At least 3 of those 4 were definitely there. What in the heck? What was I supposed to do there? Okay, hold on. Find the fugitive. Oh. Okay, I see. So I don't think that was it. Those were the prisoners, but I'm trying to find someone who escaped from prison. Alright, so you're still in jail, so it can't be you. Wait. This has to have something to do with it. Oh. I didn't realize that wasn't part of the string of enemies. So let's go over here. Alright, wait for the... No, I'm not waiting for anything. I'm Sonic. No! Are you freaking... Okay, luckily they respond. If they didn't, I would have been very angry. Okay, so you have to avoid these... Sonic! Alright, come on. We can do this, dude. So you have to do these in a specific order so that you don't get lava'd. You don't get burninated. There you go, dude. You're going back to jail. Okay. Sure, game. That's how you want to play it.